Reverend Jackson, first of all, I want to thank you for giving us a minute of your time.
Thank you for allowing me this exchange with you today.
Amen. Reverend Jackson, we are in the midst of and on the cusp of a monumental campaign. And we usually don't use that terminology for midterm elections. But right now, how do you forecast the outcome and the repercussions, regardless of which side it falls on?
Well, there is an economic crisis. We should not have a confidence crisis, which extends the crisis. In other words, lots of media about the Tea Party. But there's more coffee in the pot than there is tea in the cup. There are more of us than them. If we use our vote, we'll have a confidence crisis. In 1984, when I first ran, we put on 2 million new voters. And at the height of Reagan's popularity, we took the Senate back. We won North Carolina, Louisiana, Georgia, Florida, California, because our numbers were greater than the poll projections were. We have even more political power today. So we should not have a confidence crisis just because there's an economic crisis. And we should not lose the gains we have made because we do less than our best.
Reverend Jackson, I recall in April of 2008, during the primary campaign, in Barack Obama made the statement that when Americans get anxious about the economic situation, they cling to their religion and guns. How relevant is that today with this insurgence of the Tea Party?
Many people today are claiming to their fears, and in their fears, they're getting ugly. Calling the president's names, challenging his religion, his place of birth. Those are diversions from the issues of jobs and justice. The day of the big health care vote. A day when 32 million more people could be covered. This is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But a woman or a man with cancer now not be denied coverage based on pre-existing condition. But a student up to 26 maintain his parents' insurance policy. A huge breakthrough. So I saw this gentleman who was a kindly gentleman, who was a Tea Party. He suddenly came toward me, but not in an angry way. Reverend, I'm not a racist. I'm here because I want to save America. That's necessarily where you're from. I'm from West Virginia. That's the most endowed state with federal farms. I said, how'd you get here? By highway. Well, by car. Interstate highway. 90% federal government.
Interstate highway.
And he was breathing through an oxygen mask. He had asthma. And he had Social Security. I said, sir, big government. You came from West Virginia, an interstate highway, oxygen mask, and Social Security. You come about big government. What are you really saying? Obviously, there was something else in that Trojan horse other than just government. And there have been very skilled attempts to play upon old ancient fears of race.
I want to go back to where you were. I was happened to be in the same place with you, and you were speaking at a CBC event confronting the Assistant Attorney General on home foreclosures among people in the black community in particular. How do you feel the Obama administration in particular has handled going forth in correcting those wrongs?
Well, so far the banks have been bailed out. People have been left out. Even today, the home foreclosures are outdistancing home modifications. So we're still losing homes to foreclosure and on the water. And when the homes go and we lose equity, blacks have lost in the last 2 years more equity than we built in the first 400 years of our existence. It's a terrible economic depression upon us. And so that needs to be an extended moratorium on foreclosure, and then not just moratorium, but the reconstruction. I was in Detroit a couple of weeks ago. 90,000 homes in foreclosure and abandoned lots.
90,000.
90,000. But the flip side of it is that could be 90,000 places where you could have trade skill training and become landscapers,
Opportunities.
brick masons, weatherized homes, glazers, painters. That could be building, put people back to work. When people work, they tend to stabilize families. When they work, they can buy cars, they can buy groceries, they can travel, they can move, they're more settled. And so I said, let's turn the crisis into an opportunity.
Definitely. Issue of concern, and I'd just like to know how you view this in a spiritual context, because oftentimes religion is thrown into the mix, but the president is trying to and committed to overturning Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Very important that we be inclusive, understanding human rights, civil rights, but where do we as a people with this, with a, I guess, religious background, where do we come into that mix?
People should not be gender phobic or race phobic or homophobic. We should affirm the human race. And within the human race, people make choices. We should respect the choice of other people. And to judge a soldier by patriotism, and courage, and character, and sacrifice. And that's it.
Period.
Period.
Very good. Listen, I'm interviewing you for a radio station. Very important for us in this net neutrality debate that's going on. It's very important for us to make sure that the playing field is level.
And it is not.
It is not.
Fewer and fewer are owning more and more media. And more have less access. Even in the age of social media, the big fight in New York between two media titans, News Corps and
Is that Time Warner? Cablevision. Cablevision.
but these are titans fighting over turf. The consumer is not in the mix. And so our mission is to fight for the consumer, and for a broader base of minority ownership with Trans-Africans and other allies. By exposing the crime in Haiti, or cholera, because the people were drinking unclean water and feces in the water, and the wind blows and they're sick. Then we ask, what black host of a show can we call on MSNBC, CNN, break the story? No one. So fewer and fewer control more and more. More and more have less and less. That's why we fight for broadband in the inner cities and broadband in urban America, because we cannot get access to the superhighway unless we, in fact, that's what this telecommunications conference here held by the Rainbow Push Coalition is important. We are fighting for an even playing, even access to scientific media.